Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do once you start this is task one. It says you get this page, get this document open. It's Machine Share View Classroom called Website Graphics Pupil Self-Assessment. And the first thing you're going to do here is task one. You need to create a folder in your My Documents called School Website. Okay, easiest way to do this is to click on the Windows Start menu, go to Documents, okay, and then do New Folder, which is this option here in the middle. And I'm going to call it School Website. What we're going to do is use this folder to store everything that we want to do with the school website. So all of the images, all of the web pages eventually are all going to be stored in this one folder called School Website. Okay, so if I just double click that, I've got it open. It says School Website. And if I go back to my checklist, I'm just going to, and just to say that I know that I've done that, I'm just going to type yes in there to show that I've done it. Okay, and the focus for today's lesson then is going to be choosing the 4 subjects that we want to make icons for. So I'm going to replace subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4 with the subjects that I create an icon for. So I'm going to make my first one, being as I'm an ICT teacher, I'm going to create an ICT icon. I think also my favorite subject in school was PE. I also was quite good at French. I'm not sure I'm going to do a French icon yet. And my second after French, probably German, I think, actually. So, PE, French, and German. You can choose any 4 subjects you want. Just pick 4 that you like. Okay, right. In order to create the icons, after you've chosen which ones you're going to do, you can always change your mind, by the way, later on. Go to the link to Pixel Art. There's a link in Classroom to the website called Pixel Art, and when you open it, it looks like this, and it's just about making little icons. Okay, so we're going to start drawing. Okay, and it should take us to this drawing screen. We'll just click continue if that comes up. Here's one I made a little bit earlier. It's not very good, as you can see. That's this over here. So where I'm moving the mouse over to the right on the options is the size that the icon will be. Okay, I'm just going to make a new one though. So if you get fed up and you want to start a new one, just do File and New. Okay, I'm going to keep the options exactly as they are and just click New Drawing. Okay. And I get a blank screen. This is the screen I work on. So this area here, this is the screen that shows you what your icon will look like. Now, also in Classroom, we thoughtfully put a little presentation in there to give you some ideas for icons for school subjects. So, I mean, you've got some black and white ones here. These are probably maths, I would have thought. Some sort of English, chemistry, physics, mechanics, maybe. PE or sport, music, art, biology, geography, PSE perhaps, history, because it looks like an old book with IT, like probably astronomy or science. And these are just simple black and white ones. Then you've also got these more colored ones. You've got science, maths, that's to do with physics, that'll probably be geography, music, biology, like DNA strand, sport, English, IT, computers. And just to give you some ideas of the sort of things, they get more complicated. I don't mind. You can go with the quite simple black and white ones if you want to. These are a little bit more complicated, and then you've got some that are quite cool with the names of the subjects underneath as well. Now it's totally up to you what you want to do. These are just to give you some ideas, and you'll see this presentation in Classroom. I'm going to close it down actually. So I'm going to make myself an IT logo. You got lots of, mostly all we need to worry about really here is the tools. So we've got a pencil tool, the rubber out tool, okay, and the size of the pencil tool and the brush and the lines, the thickness is dictated over here where it says pixel size, 1 being 1 pixel or 1 dot of light or 1 dot of color on your drawing, and you can take them up to 16 being the widest. Okay, I'm going to start off with about a 6, and I'm going to draw a screen. So I'm going to take this square tool, and I'm going to draw like an IT, like a computer screen. Okay. Now you can see this has got a black primary color, which is the color around the outside, and the secondary color is white. Okay. Now the one important thing to tell you is these gray and white dots. These are transparent, and what this means is that whatever color the background you put this image in will show through. If I do a blue background on my web page, blue will show through here. So I need to change to get the fill bucket, and I need to get the color I want for my screen. So I'm going to change. I don't really want. I'm going to sort of. I'm going to have to change this a little bit, I think. So I'm going to use a sort of bluey white color. That should be it there. I just double click, select the color, and then I can, that's the primary color. I've got the fill bucket tool, I click on there and it fills it in that color. Okay. Right, next thing I want, I suppose, is a keyboard. So I'm gonna, I need to make that black again. So let's go, I can just choose one of the black down there. There goes black, so that color. And I'm gonna, it's still on that size. So I'm gonna make a keyboard by doing something like this, like a shape. Okay, leave a little bit of a gap. Okay. And then I'm going to use the fill tool to fill the keyboard in. Now, the ones in front of you are black, but I think that's going to look pretty rubbish. So I'm just going to fill it in white to start with, and I can play around with it later on. So select a white color and paint pot and fill it in. And then I'm going to draw some thin black lines. So I'm going to use a line tool. I'm going to make them thinner to sort of try and look like, whoops. You can always do undo. See, I made a mistake there. Undo. And I'm just going to line tool. I need it to be black. So I'm going to choose black on there and drag my little color over, set the color. That's probably okay. So I'm just going to draw some lines. And I know this isn't going to be amazing, but you can spend a little bit longer than me. I don't want to bore you with my video. And you can see I'm sort of putting a keyboard together. Let's just go that's rubbish. Undo. Look, and I know this is terrible, so please don't take the mick at me when you see me about how bad this is. I'm just trying to do it really quickly, and I'm going to put a thicker line just in here to show there's some sort of connection between the computer and the keyboard. I'm then going to have a go at using, well, I'm going to use a line tool, I think. But you could use a brush. If I put the brush in, I've got a sort of brush there. Got different brush types, so I can do like more like graffiti brushes or like that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to actually just use the brush then. I'll show you how to use the brush. I'm going to make it about size 10, and I'm going to just try and draw an I, a C, and a T. Now this is terrible, so I'm expecting better from you. If you look over here, you can see my actual icon for my subject. I'm going to say, for the purposes of this video, this is fine. Okay, so I'm going to say, I'm just going to then go over, so I'm finished. I'm going to go to download. Okay, now I can save basically all of these things. It's absolutely fine. I'm just going to press download. Okay, and the picture will appear in my downloads folder. So there we go, there it is. If I can see it's download, so I just go open. Okay, I can see it. That's the actual icon I've just created on a black background. Not very good. So what I'll need to do then is I'll need to make a copy of that. So I'll have to go to my downloads folder. So I'm just going to minimize. So I've got my document school website here. If I just go back to document, if I actually click on here, go to downloads, and that's my picture. So easiest way to do this actually is to right click and copy it. Go to my school website folder, right click, paste. And then I'm going to need to right click, rename, because I'm going to need to give it a sensible name. So I'm going to call it ICT icon. And I'm done. One icon done and finished. I can go back to pixel art now and do file and new to create my second one. Right, last thing, and this is the very last thing. I did my ICT icon. Right, which subject choose ICT? Have I created the icon? Yeah, I have. Have I saved it in my school website folder? Yeah, I called it ICT icon. What techniques did I use? Well, I could go back to it. So I should do that. I use lines and fill and brush. So I'm going to just drop in there. In here, sorry. Line tool.